Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 25th. Here's what we're working on.
I'm Simone Gavros reporting live in Hamilton. Ontario's education minister says that the EQAO results will be coming out next week after months of delays. I'll tell you why coming up.
Search for 3 missing people in a Brampton house fire last week has ended.
Ingram puts it on the deck, flies in! Two-handed slam!
And the win streak continues for the Toronto Raptors. We seem to be on a bit of a win streak when it comes to the weather conditions right now.
Yeah, yesterday we had a pretty nice day. I mean, we had the sunshine yesterday, and today we're going to have a little bit of sunshine to start the day, but then clouds and showers. But oh, is it going to be mild? Whoa! And did you feel coming outside this morning?
Yeah,
it was like 5 degrees.
I was thinking, why did I need my jacket?
6 degrees is our temperature right now, and we're going to climb to 10 today. Tonight the temperature only falls to 9, and then we go to 11 tomorrow. But we're going to trade in the sunshine, and we're going to get the clouds and the showers for today. So we could see a little bit of sun this morning, but then the showers start to roll in. The winds will be fairly light, thankfully, but it is going to be on the mild side. So double digits temperatures for today and tomorrow, and then look out, the temperatures really tank after that. They go down, and we could get some snow flurries by the end of the week. So we'll give you details on that coming up. Right now, it's just cloudy skies, that's all we have. Light winds and 6 degrees. So let's check traffic this morning. I've got really nothing to show you. No problems so far. 403 Waterdown Road's doing fine there, as you can see. That's one of our exclusive cameras, nothing to see there. To our MTO traffic cameras, here's Nikola Tesla Boulevard. So on this shot, Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us, toward the Skyway Bridge. Here's the other side of the Skyway. This is the North Shore Boulevard camera. It's already slowing down a fair bit, but the construction is pretty much coming to an end. Here's a look at the QEW third line, moving nicely. So take it carefully, please, as you usually do. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up right now. The news.
Thanks very much, Brian. Well, after weeks of delays, Ontario's education minister says standardized testing results, also known as EQAO, will be made public next week. Simone Gavros joins us outside Hamilton's Public School Board with more. Good morning.
Good morning, Annette. Results for the EQAO and OSSLTs are typically released in September, but the Ontario Education Minister Paul Calandra says that he's going to be taking a deep dive into these results, and that's the reason for that delay. Now, the government is facing criticism from the Liberal Ontario education critic yesterday at Queen's Park. Here's more from that heated exchange.
Students and teachers and parents aren't getting the EQAO results because the government's hiding it for another reason. It's all under a shroud of secrecy. So I guess the simple question is, why won't you just release the scores?
Last week, I explained that I was not releasing the scores. I delayed the release of the scores because I wanted to do a very thorough and deep dive, board by board, to see what's working, what's not working, and come forward. You know who hasn't cared at all about EQAO in September, in October, and in November, and only found out or was even concerned was the opposition. As soon as they heard it on the news, then it's a big, huge problem. There must be a conspiracy to try and hide it.
Liberal education critic John Fraser goes on to say that there's no reason Calandra couldn't have analyzed the results at the same time as everyone else. Yesterday in question period, the education minister didn't say if the results were poor, but when asked if he is satisfied with the test being a useful tool, Calandra said more information will come out on that next week. EQAO testing is done when students are in grade 3, 6, 9, as well to test reading, writing, and mathematics, and then in grade 10, students complete a literacy test called the OSSLT. Results posted from last year show a slight dip in reading and writing results for grade 3 and 6, but math results stayed pretty consistent. Overall, students met the provincial standard in reading, writing, and math last year, which is sitting at a level 3. Meantime, the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario released a statement last week saying that the EQAO is a flawed tool and it doesn't accurately reflect student learning. For now, Rick, back over to you.
Thank you, Simone. The Ontario government has passed a new landlord and tenant law despite an angry uproar at Queen's Park. About 40 protesters in the public gallery brought the legislature to a halt for a short time yesterday. Security escorted them out as the government held the final vote on the legislation. Protesters say the new law will increase homelessness. The government says the Fighting Delays Building Faster Act is meant to streamline rental disputes, including faster landlord and tenant board and eviction hearings, shorten eviction processes for unpaid rent, and reduce compensation for renters being evicted.
This legislation deals with people that are the bad actors, bad landlords, bad tenants. The vast majority of Ontario renters live by the rules. They pay their rent. They pay it on time. This is about creating balance of the landlord-tenant board.
Protesters say the legislation may eliminate the process of letting leases become open-ended for what tenants when the initial term is up, allowing landlords to evict them or raise their rent.
Now that everyone has been accounted for after a deadly house fire in Brampton, the investigation is turning to what caused it. Peel police say 2 of the 3 people missing after last Thursday morning's fire were found dead in what's left of the home. A 3rd person had been away on business. In all, 4 people died at the scene, 3 women and a toddler.
Sadly, one of the patients at hospital of the 4 was pregnant. She underwent emergency surgery, delivered that baby, and that baby has since passed.
The fire marshal says smoke alarms were located in the home. Investigators are trying to determine if they were working.
A Hamilton City Councillor is speaking out after he says he's been targeted in personal attacks.
When you start coming at me personally, start using homophobic slurs, start using the kinds of language that is being used to describe the mayor, that totally crosses the line.
Councillor Cameron Crutch has posted a 1,200-word letter on social media outlining his concerns. They include emails sent to him filled with, quote, outright hate, and someone publishing his home address on social media. Crutch also directly called out a Hamilton man's use of a homophobic slur against him. That man is Dan Miles, who's been interviewed by CHCH for his extensive use of home security cameras and the city's attempt to remove them. Miles says he himself is going to make an attempt at a city council seat.
Are you concerned that your language is offensive to people who are gay?
Not really. I have gay friends. I have gay people that come by here all the time. They wave, they say hello. So, you know, he's just hiding behind something, that's all. And the actual problems and agendas include misspending of millions of dollars. This is all you have to hide behind.
Councillor Crutch says he hopes his post helps more people realize that hate speech is being used to target not just him, but many members of the community.
An Ontario tour of the Nutcracker is at risk right now, all because of a stolen truck. The general manager of Belle Jorgen says thieves have taken off with a moving truck that contains what it calls irreplaceable sets and backdrops for the show. The truck was stolen in Etobicoke early yesterday. Belle Jorgen has performances of the Nutcracker, a Canadian tradition, set for Burlington tonight and tomorrow night. And the show is set to be in Hamilton on December 6th. Still in Hamilton, on the heels of the TD Coliseum's grand opening on Friday, Hamilton's newest music venue is now gearing up for another big event, the Juno Awards. The Junos will take over downtown Hamilton for a week in March of next year. Arkells and the Beaches will both perform. The Junos also plan to honor Canadian icon Joni Mitchell with a Lifetime Achievement Award. At the announcement, Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horwath shared her excitement after seeing last year's show.
I was excited to see what was going on in Vancouver a little bit earlier this year, and if we were able to achieve the things that they did, and I think we'll exceed the things that they did, it's going to be a fantastic time for everyone.
10-time Juno winner Nelly Furtado will be inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame as well. Tickets for the Junos go on sale Friday.
Sportsline, a statement game by Brandon Ingram helped the Raptors extend their winning streak.
Scotty comes away with it. He'll lead the break. Raptors lead by 8. Ingram puts it on the deck. Flies in! Two-handed slam by the notorious B.I. 3.
First-year Raptors scored a season-high 37 points as Toronto beat Cleveland 110-99 for their 8th win in a row. Scotty Barnes had 18 points and 11 rebounds in the Raps' first season series sweep of the Cavaliers since the 2019-20 season. Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell was held to 17 points after going 6 of 20 from the field, including 3 of 12 from three-point range. The Dinos played without R.J. Barrett, who's day-to-day with a sprained right knee.
Play number 13 on this drive. Toss to McCaffrey. Gets blocking and a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey rushed for 89 yards and a touchdown and caught 7 passes for another 53 yards as the 49ers popped the Panthers 20-9 on Monday Night Football. McCaffrey's big night helped San Francisco overcome 3 interceptions thrown by quarterback Brock Purdy on 3 consecutive drives in the first half. With the win, San Fran improved to 8-4, good for 3rd place in the competitive NFC West. Carolina is 6-6, a half game behind NFC South leading Tampa Bay. Well, the last game of the high school football season did not go the way Hamilton's Bishop Ryan would have hoped it would. London's Catholic Central Crusaders blanked Bishop Ryan 25-0 in yesterday's Western Bowl at Alumni Stadium in Guelph. Statistician John Metcalf had Crusaders running back Keyshawn Manning rushing for an incredible 277 yards and 2 touchdowns. Marcus Fleury added a 16-yard TD run, a 15-yard field goal, a rouge on a punt, and 3 converts. It's Catholic Central's 5th Western Bowl championship, including their 2nd in a row. At the Canadian curling trials, Ottawa's Rachel Homan rebounded from a rare loss on Sunday with a 12-5 victory over Selena Sturme yesterday in Halifax. The 2-time defending Canadian and world champion moved into sole possession of 2nd place in the women's standings at 3-1 behind Manitoba's Carrie Einerson, who's 4-0. On the men's side, Winnipeg's Matt Dunstone jumped to a 4-0 after an exciting 9-7 extra end win over Brad Gushu, handing the St. John Skip his first loss of the tournament. Logan Cooley scored 4 straight goals, including 2 empty netters as the Utah Mammoth beat the Vegas Golden Knights 5-1. Cooley gave Utah a 3-1 lead on a breakaway in the 3rd period, then completed his 2nd hat trick of the season into an empty net before adding a shorthanded empty netter for his first 4-goal game in the NHL. Brantford Bulldogs have acquired forward Jet Luchenko in a trade with the Guelph Storm. Going the other way are draft-eligible forward Lane Gallagher and 4 draft picks. The 19-year-old Luchenko was Philadelphia's first-round pick, 13th overall in the 2024 NHL Draft, and has 161 points in 171 OHL games. He's expected to play his first game Friday night versus Brampton. Weeks after leading the Dodgers past the Blue Jays in the World Series, Shohei Ohtani says he plans to play for Japan at next year's World Baseball Classic. Ohtani helped Japan win the 2023 WBC and was named MVP of the tournament. The 2-time World Series champion has not confirmed if he plans to hit and pitch in the WBC, which starts March 5th.
Here it is, 13 minutes after 6 o'clock, 25th morning of November, and we've got a mild start to our morning. And we'll talk about the forecast in a sec. First, it'll look at traffic. 403 and Waterdown Road's doing okay. The construction at King a little further along is gone, so things are moving a little bit better now than they were earlier. At least the volume is light. Let's go to some MTO traffic cameras. We have a problem on the QEW. It's the QEW Niagara bound, so those are the vehicles heading away from us. You can see the emergency vehicles are there. We've got the right shoulder, right lane blocked. They're calling this a spill. A spill on the highway, whatever the spill is. Could be coffee out the window, but I kind of doubt that. So we've got a problem right there. And of course, it's a visual distraction. Toronto bound lanes coming towards us, but it's Niagara bound on the other side. To our MTO traffic cameras in St. Catharines, QEW east of Lake looks good. Nothing at Nikola Tesla. 403 Junction doing fine. Even east of Royal Windsor. That's the only problem that we have is right there at Carthra, Niagara bound. Okay, no problems with the temperature, even though the temperature has fallen. We were 6, temperature has come down this hour to 4, but that's still above even a daytime seasonal high for this time of year. So it is a mild start. It's a mainly cloudy sky at the moment. The winds are light. The humidity is up at 89%. 10 degrees for the high today. Now, we could see a little bit of sunshine this morning, and then we're going to see the clouds roll in with that chance of showers for today, but mild and becoming wet as the day goes on. We've got a low pressure area moving its way across us, and the big one to the west, that's what's going to give snow to the north. But for us, it's going to be showers today, tonight, and tomorrow. And then we're going to get into some much chillier air as we get to Thursday, and that's when we could get the flurries. But to the north, they could get a foot of snow, 30 centimeters. For us, we're going to get some lake effect flurry activity from that. But today, look at these temperatures, 10 and 11 degrees, 9 a little further from the lake, so mainly cloudy with that shower activity today. Tonight, showers and fog. Temperatures, look how mild this is, 7, 8, 9 degrees for tonight. Tomorrow, we're looking at even milder temperatures. Tomorrow, 11, 12, even 13. It's almost like spring tomorrow, but we will have a cloudy day with showers, and it is going to become quite windy as the afternoon goes on. So, out the door this morning, 25th of November, we're looking at 4 degrees right now, mostly cloudy skies. Long range coming up. Annette, Rick.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily with a preview of what she has for us in Chit Chat. And in business news, Meta says responsibility for age verification should fall to the app stores and not the platforms. Coming up on 6:18, time to say good morning to Emily with a preview of Chit Chat.
Hi, good morning. Billie Eilish is teaming up with director James Cameron for a very special project. K-pop Demon Hunters, well, joining Oscar's longest list for animated feature race. And later on this morning, award-winning comedian Ron James is going to be here talking about his new stand-up show, The View from Here.
Okay, that'll be great. We will see that on our view from the couch.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Thank you, Emily. Now to a view on business and overseas trading. The Canadian dollar has dropped 4 basis points to 70.83 cents U.S. Gold is up $30 an ounce. Crude oil is down 44 cents at $58.39 a barrel U.S. Midday European markets show small gains in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
On Asian markets, all up today with Hong Kong leading the way. A solid day for trading for North American markets yesterday. The TSX up 443 points. The Dow Jones gained 202. The Nasdaq jumped nearly 600 points.
BC's premier says it is unacceptable for Alberta and Saskatchewan to speak with the federal government about a potential pipeline to BC's northern coast without input from BC and coastal First Nations. David Eby says he shared his thoughts with Prime Minister Mark Carney in a phone call yesterday. He says he expects that BC will be consulted going forward. The federal and Alberta governments, meantime, are reportedly ready to sign a memorandum of understanding on Thursday that could include a pipeline.
Meta is urging Ottawa to bring in age verification rules that shift responsibility from platforms like Facebook and Instagram to the app stores run by Apple and Google. Meta Canada's Rachel Curran says the company has been pitching the idea to federal and provincial officials, pushing for it to be included in upcoming online safety legislation. Under the plan, app stores would signal whether a user is over or under 18, helping platforms deliver age-appropriate content. Now, Curran notes parents already enter birth dates when setting up devices, and more than 20 U.S. states are pursuing similar measures. The push comes as child advocacy groups call online harms a national emergency, and Ottawa readies new privacy, AI, and online exploitation bills.
A farmers' advocacy group plans to lobby the federal government for a guaranteed annual income to help stabilize their revenue. The proposal from the National Farmers Union comes from its annual convention in Moncton, New Brunswick. Farmers want the government to set up a 10-year pilot project that would ensure that they receive an annual income of at least $50,000. The idea is to help ensure the survival of more Canadian farms. Members also voted to lobby for a cap on the profits of major grocery chains.
All right, taking a quick time out. Brian is going to be back with your traffic and 7-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
6:24, we made it to Tuesday. Okay, let's get to our traffic cameras. QEW at Cawthra. As you can see, Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us slowly. And the other side, that's where the problem is. The problem is on the right lane, right shoulder blocked, and we have a spill of some kind there. So they've got everybody squeezing over around that as they get the cleanup crews going. But it's pretty slow going through Cawthra. Back into St. Catharines at 7th. Looks good there. Nothing south of 2, except getting a little bit slow here now already coming off the Skyway Bridge. It seems to be normal for this time of the morning. QEW third line, nothing there. Sheraton, and we'll flip all the way through the 403 at here, Ontario. Moving okay, but unfortunately the camera stream's not moving okay there. All right, let's get to our temperatures right now. Hamilton was 6 degrees last hour. We've dipped a bit to 4, but still that is way above seasonal for an overnight low. How to start the day this time in November. But 6 for Grimsby, Toronto, and into Mississauga as well. So sometimes for the day today comes up 725, goes down at 448, and those are our seasonal temperatures. 4 degrees for the daytime high, and that's where we're sitting right now, and -3 now for the overnight low. Those are our records for today. Now we are going to be in for some shower activity. It's going to push in as the morning goes on. This morning for the first bell we should be 8 degrees, but a mainly cloudy sky. And then for afternoon, that's the forecast high for today, double digits at 10. But we are going to have some showers for the afternoon. 9 will be the overnight low tonight. We'll still get some showers, but fog. And then tomorrow all the way to 11, it'll be cloudy with showers. But that's the cold front coming through. The winds are really going to pick up during the afternoon tomorrow. And then +1 Thursday, +1 Friday. We'll get some snow flurry activities. Saturday, cloudy and -1 only. We'll really start to struggle as we get into the weekend. A high of 2 on Sunday and +1 again for Monday. That's your forecast. Annette, Rick.
Thank you, Brian. A new series of studies looking at the genomes of thousands of dogs has revealed some new information.
So we already knew that all domestic dogs can trace their ancestry to wolves. Yes, even the little tiny ones. It was thought that wolf DNA, though, stopped flowing into dogs after domestication, which happened, they think, about 20,000 years ago. This new data shows that low but detectable amounts of post-domestication wolf DNA in nearly 2/3 of modern dog breeds. Scientists also found the genetic variants that some commercial DNA dog testing promised to link to canine behaviors do not accurately predict their behaviors. I had no idea you could get a DNA test for your dog.
No. And how much do you think that costs?
No idea.
Too much for us. All right, stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live. Good morning.